All right, complete on complete episode 3.
Complete.
And today we are looking at action strikes. So what is action strikes? Action strikes is a radically innovative instrument for huge cinematic percussion. Fast workflow delivers maximum impact and versatility. Basically, it's like orchestral drums. Okay, so action strikes comes in 3 flavors: ensemble, hits, and instrument. Now, action strikes, the way it works is pretty easy to get your head around when you're using it, but it can be a little iffy to explain. So I'll do my best here, but bear with me. Okay, first, ensemble. So basically, the way you play it is you select different patterns with your left hand. You can see these yellow notes here are the patterns, and then you play those patterns with your right hand. I think I'm forgetting something. So you select a pattern with your left hand. You then play those patterns with your right hand. You can see that the different octave ranges of the keyboard plays different parts of the ensemble. So this lowest octave plays the full ensemble. The next octave plays the low range. The next one plays the mids. And the last one plays the highs. You also see these 2 green notes. They're simply single hits for you to add whatever rhythms you want to over the top. Finally, you use the mod wheel to control what they call the expression or the intensity of the rhythms. And you use the pitch wheel to control the intensity of the accent notes. Alright, so the next flavor is hits. Now what hits does is give you a selection of instruments that you play yourself, so there's no automated patterns. One of the cool things about hits is that they give you doubles of each instrument, which makes it easier to play. With hits, you just use velocity to control the loudness of a sound. But you can still use the mod wheel to control the intensity. And finally, we have instruments. Now what instruments does is give you a single instrument, and mapped across the keyboard is different rhythms that instrument can play. With instrument, the mod and pitch wheel work the exact same way as with ensemble. Alright, so that's a basic explanation of how these things work. I hope you understand. If not, I'll leave a link in the description for the Native Instruments video explaining how these things work in detail. But I think it's about time that we move on and make a beat. Now, when I heard these sounds, the first thing that sprung to mind for me was a Sepultura song called Rata Mahata. Back in the day, I used to listen to a lot of thrash metal and stuff. Go figure. And so I wanted to see if I could do a replay of that song. So what I did was open Action Strikes Hits, and I programmed in a pattern that was similar to what is found in the intro of that Sepultura song. You can see that I've used both velocity and mod wheel automation to make this sound as authentic as possible. And when we bring in a loop from the original Sepultura song, you can hear that it matches pretty well. So this is all well and dandy, but it's not really my style. So the next thing I wanted to do was see if I could incorporate action strikes into something that sounded a bit more like me. Alright, so that's a bit more like it, but I did feel like I wasn't using this plugin for its intended purpose. So why don't we try and make something a little more cinematic? And that brings an end to episode 3 of Complete on Complete. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Let me know what you think of the beats. Up next is action strings, so that should be fun. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.